Hi everybody, Patty here again. This article comes from the Orange County Register out of California, and it came out just not too long ago, about half an hour ago. Rest of USA to California. Make our day with Calexit. You know, American politics is fraying, and California liberals are plotting how to secede from the Union. Berkeley is the new poster child for suppressing free speech and on college campuses. And fascist gangs, dressed up in black, go around destroying property and physically assaulting people who hold different political views, all while calling themselves anti-fascists. I would call them hypocrites. Anyway, it's like National Opposite Day. Hey, they should actually do that. They should actually make a National Opposite Day. Right there. Oops. Anyway. Let's see. I'm just concerned if my computer's stalling. I'm sorry. Hold on. No, it seems okay. Alright, where is it? Okay, it's like National Opposite Day. What county is lacking, among other things, is the historical knowledge that might temper such political passions. The California secession talk is a prime example. It's unclear how many California schoolchildren are still taught about Aaron Burr's fateful duel with Alexander Hamilton, more than were taught a generation ago, I suspect, thanks to a certain Puerto Rican genius and his widely successful Broadway musical. But I'd wager money that not 1 in 1,000 Californians can tell you about the 1859 duel between David S. Terry, Chief Justice in the state Supreme Court, and David Broderick, one of the U.S. senators sent to Washington from the Golden State. Any of you were taught that? Senator Broderick did not die in vain. His death galvanized opposition to pro-slavery chivalry wings of California Democratic Party. The Shivs were transplanted Southerners who were maneuvering to either legalize slavery in California or divide the state into two, north from south. Now, I'm going to pause it there. I'm going to leave my little mousy so I can return. That is probably the best idea I have heard ever. Okay? Northern California, Southern California. Yes, why not? We have North Dakota, South Dakota, come on, help me out here. North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, why not? North California, South California, because I live in Northern California. And the views of the people up here in Northern California are not reflective of the views of the people down in Southern California. Follow me? So, yes, we should, in my opinion, be divided into two states, absolutely. Alright? Okay, and they call it a fantasy about partitioning California, our recurring theme. Well, this fantasy should become reality. Predating the state's admission to the Union as a free state in 1850. But compromise isn't what we do anymore. The latest fad, Calexit, involves exiting the USA altogether. Singularly ill-conceived, it's generating a nationwide buzz. What the rest of the country wants to know is, will they do it? Can they do it? What would happen to them? Okay. Signatures are being gathered by a political organization with a typically Orwellian name, Yes California. I assume the domain name came The domain name Screw A Blinken was taken already. Okay. Nearly 600,000 valid signatures are required to get the measure on the 2019 ballot. Yes, California says it has some 7,000 volunteers out gathering them now. Okay. Would Cal-Exit pass in referendum? It's certainly possible. Make no mistake, this push is fueled with antipathy to Donald Trump, who lost California to Hillary Clinton by 4.3 million votes. You know what? We're reading this here. Okay, you're seeing it as I'm seeing it. That's horseshit. Most of the people right now in California are for Trump. Okay. I can't seem to highlight. Oh, there we go. We're for Trump. Can you imagine? Really? Think about it. If Hillary was in the White House right now, oh my gosh. Think about that for a moment. Frightening, huh? Anyway. Okay. Make no mistake, this push is fueled by antipathy to Donald Trump, who lost California to Hillary Clinton. No, he did not. By 4.3 million votes. No, he did not. If Yes California officials can turn it into a referendum on Trump's presidency, why not? Moreover, this is a place where citizens voted to have two separate property tax systems, depending on when you bought your house, to deny public schooling to the children of undocumented immigrants, and make it illegal for gay and lesbians to marry. The point being, you never know. Is California allowed to leave? The short answer, in case you're one of those people whom Jay Leno liked to interview on his jaywalking segment and never heard of the Civil War, is no. No. But what if a state wanted to leave and asked for permission much more nicely than South Carolina did in 1861 by firing artillery into a U.S. Army installation in Charleston Harbor? 4 years after the Civil War ended, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled on the constitutionality of secession in a case called Texas versus White. Writing for a 5-3 majority, Chief Justice Salmon Chase ruled that the Constitution, in all of its provisions, looks to an indestructible union. You need a new Supreme Court precedent, permission from the other 49 states, and probably a constitutional amendment. In other words, it could happen when hell freezes over, but we're living in times of grave concerns about climate change, so maybe this could happen before the devil is handing out ice cream cones to his recent arrivals. But then what? Okay, what would Cal-Exit bring? Oh, here's the fun part. But only if you're a conservative with a fiendish sense of humor. First, huge population increases. These new pilgrims would range from native Californians. I presume we'd have dual citizenship, flocking back to their homeland to waves of anti-Trumpers desiring to live with like-minded sophisticates. Yes, California would take these ideological refugees. It's already full of sanctuary cities. And under Cal-Exit would be a virtual sanctuary state. A magnet for tens of millions of immigrants from foreign countries, including presumably all those from President Trump's infamous 7 Muslim majority countries of concern, who could afford the airfare. Oh boy. The Golden State would soon turn golden brown, too. And that isn't a reference to California President in waiting, Jerry Brown. Well, continue waiting, Dick. You're gonna wait forever. You can wait until what's his name? Zuckerberg. You and Zuckerberg can be the two presidential candidates. That will be fun to watch. Governor Jerry Brown versus Pee Wee Herman of Facebook. Another election I would not participate in. Anywho. Okay, so the Golden State was certain to soon turn golden brown too. And that is in reference to the California president in waiting, Jerry Brown. I'm talking water rights. Specifically the Colorado River, which has been poisoned. Which the EPA destroyed. Okay. Already, a Denver utility is planning a huge expansion of Gross Reservoir in Boulder County. Wyoming has similar plans afoot, too, in a Colorado River tributary. And officials in Nevada and Arizona covet more Colorado River water, too. Okay. Under CalExit, the interstate compact that apportions Colorado River water would be the subject of treaty negotiations between two sovereign nations, one of which has the water and the other which wants it. Everybody just wants everybody else's stuff. This is how this disgusting planet works. You know, you don't have enough, then you go after somebody else's stuff. Okay, they don't have enough, you use their stuff. Then you go on to the next victim, you take their stuff. And when you're out of their stuff, you keep going and you keep taking people's stuff. That's how the government works. Just keeps taking people's stuff. Alright? Because, you know, in case you haven't heard lately, the government does not represent any of us. Alright? The government works. The government that you see works for the shadow government that you don't see. So, anyways, onwards and upwards with these people. Onwards and outwards. Okay, Interstate Compact, okay, under CalExit, the Interstate Compact that apportions Colorado River water would be the subject of treaty negotiations between two sovereign nations. One water and the other wants it, okay. Keeping the lush Imperial Valley from turning into another Death Valley could cost trillions. Oh, yeah, really. Put us more into debt. All those new people, you'd be looking at a population of 100 million who would need drinking water, which would necessitate water desalination plants, fueled mostly by the nuclear power plants the state is now busily decommissioning. None of this sounds really good. Any of it. Okay, the Republicans, the best news would be the ripple effects in politics. The Senate would immediately become 2 Democrats lighter, and Trump's re-election chances would suddenly seem brighter. Future GOP nominees would have to worry about California's dependable block of 55 Democratic votes. Oh, there you go. You will not have the 55 Democratic electoral votes. Okay, now we've got something to work with here. Okay? So, how about you leaving us Californians alone? Alright? Our state government does not represent us. You want to go ahead and crucify all of California? Well, guess what? We hold the largest electoral college. So, there you have it. Yes, California, they'd say,